Welcome to RidgeLife. I'm Tim, and today on RidgeLife, we got a new piece of equipment on the ridge. That's right, we have the dozer, and Josh is on the roller. He's rolling out the area where our foundation is going to be for the Barndominium, going to get it nice and packed tight, and I can't wait to see what else we got going on here in the ridge. We got some new things we're going to do today too, so stick around. I know some of you heavy-duty machinery guys want to get a little closer look at this roller. This is a Volvo SD75 heavy machinery road roller. It will pack it down very, very nicely. I just love watching all this big equipment move around the ridge. It's been so long in the waiting, but it's here now, making progress. Looks like Josh is building me a pond out here, doesn't it? We got this huge hole in the ground just to the south of the foundation area for the Barndominium, but it's not a pond. He's actually taken this fill dirt out, used it to harden, and we had all kinds of topsoil over there. He's gonna make my yard better later on. So this is not a pond. For those of you that are new to RidgeLife, we are building a Barndominium up here on 30.45 acres in West Tennessee. When I say a Barndominium, it's not going to be one of them big metal structures, you know, with the big open garage inside of it and all that. No, it's a barn that's going to be a living space. It's going to look just like the old barn I used to have and the one I'm getting ready to build. It's going to be board and batten siding, metal roof. It's going to have timber frame interior, and it's going to be structural insulated panels for the outside structural surfaces. That's we call SIPs, if y'all heard of SIPs before. So this is very innovative, very, very unique, and also going to be totally off-grid. Right here where I'm standing is going to be an off-grid solar array. Provide 100% power to our Barndominium and our homestead here, and we're going to have a drop-in shed powerhouse. You'll be seeing that coming very soon, and right behind me is where the Barndominium is going to be. Isn't that just a beautiful area? Josh is doing a great job. It has rained, guys. It rained 3 inches this weekend, and we waited long enough for it to dry up. We're just dry enough for him to get that dozer out here and continue on and get the roller. So let's get back to work. Josh got his laser level out and determined he needed to take a little bit more off the top. You know, like getting a haircut. Take a little bit more off the top, would you please? Not too much. And again, he's going to make sure the foundation area is nice and level, nice and hard, nice and compact. And he's doing the same thing over here with the carport. It's not quite as important because they'll be up on pillars. It's going to be a solar carport. 4-car carport with a solar array at a 5-degree angle. I know that's less than optimal, but it's a carport designed specifically as a solar racking. And that's going to be going east to west, south facing, but again, doesn't have to be perfectly level. I can get the pillars at different heights to keep the solar level. The shed behind it, he's going to level that out too. It's going to be a little higher than the rest of the structures. And of course, got to work on that driveway. Woo! Got to have the drainage just right. Came out here after all that rain, and the drainage was pretty good. Josh did a good job setting up for the rain. We didn't have any big pools anywhere or any big pond like over there. He just did that today, getting that, you know, hard fill dirt. So let's get back at it. Watch Josh do what Josh do. It's fun. Y'all remember this big depression over here? It was like, whoop, like that. Had that big pine tree that's over there sitting right here. And it was just, seriously, it was a big gully. It was a ravine. It was a holler. Actually, it wasn't big enough to be a holler. We're talking about the difference between a gulch and a holler. This was not a holler, but he's got it all smoothed out and filled in. I don't know if you can see that big pine tree over there. That was the one that was right here. I've got to cut that up and get that ready for firewood. That's right, I told Josh he needed to push this tree down, go right ahead, and I would take care of getting rid of it for him. I did want a few more of these trees taken down behind me, and it can't be done with this big old pine tree here, can it? So I'm gonna get a chainsaw out, get old Blue with the grabber on the front of it, and we're gonna commence to cutting this big boy up. Now we are at the field where the barn's going to be, not the Barndominium, the barn. We're at the lower part of the ridge, not the top. And this is where I'm going to have my livestock barn. We'll have a pasture on this side, a pasture on that side. And last year I had this cleared out. It was all sweet gums and everything. The Trip had a dozer come out here. You know, the infamous dozer video that took a year to get out. They ain't taking that long now, are they, guys? But I had Josh with the excavator pick through these because there was just so much mud. In a dozer tree pile, there's a lot of mud rolled up in it, and you just can't burn it. So he picked out all the sticks that's in that big pile over there, all the logs. And what's left behind is some really good dirt, some topsoil. And we're going to use that to push it around, use it in other places. But let's go over and check that pile out and see what we got to do with that. Now we did get about 3 inches of rain, so the vegetation around us is wet, the ground is moist. Hopefully the pile here is not too wet to burn. We're gonna put some little diesel fuel accelerant on it, and I think we can get it to burn. I think before we get up there and start cutting that pine tree up, let's go ahead and get this fire started here in the livestock barn area. Got some accelerant right here. Now, if you guys have bought these safety cans before, you know the nozzles that with the push button and the thing, they always break and they never come out and they're a pain in the butt. You can't get it to go. I got these off Amazon. They're just replacement nozzles. There's no valve, there's no nothing in there. They also came with a little vent valve in the back. I have not installed those yet. The vent valve allows it to just pour freely. You can empty one of these things in like 30 seconds. Haven't got that installed yet. I'll put a link to these in the description if I can remember. Got them off Amazon, very cool. I'll put them in my Amazon shop too. So just gonna put a little bit of accelerant in this areas here, get some pinky stuff where it needs to go. This pink stuff makes it all go good. Get it up a little high there. There we are. Now let's see if we can light the fire. Gonna use my handy dandy propane torch here to get it going. Woo! Get it lit up. All right. Need a little more juice in the caboose. There we go. Let's see what we can get going here. Light, baby, light. Light up. Get it lit down below. There we go. Let's go around and get all the other sides going as well. does seem to still be a little bit wet out here. If I can get enough of it going, I think it'll be able to take off. Once I get the tractor and the grabber on there, get that claw, I'll be able to turn it over and keep it going. Key is getting it going. Woo, really got the propane on it now, guys. Let's get it going. Woo, that's hot. Move on over to the other side. See if I can get it doing the same thing. Woo, baby. Come on, let's burn it. Burn it down. I can see fire deep on the inside now. That's exactly what I wanted. Now I do have a tractor with a bucket of dirt, and I've also got water at the ready, so we are good. That's hot. Hot. I think I've got it good enough now where it will sustain itself. Let me go with the tractor so that way I can maintain it, keep it safe. Let me get this bucket off and get the grapple on so we can start moving those logs around that fire. We'll be right back. Fire is burning great from the inside out. I love that. It's not just around the perimeter of the fire, it is directly in the middle. So now all I gotta do is just turn it over. I got all kinds of logs and debris out here. I'm just gonna start feeding it with the grapple, and see if we can get this pile gone. pile is already getting smaller. It was all the way out to here. We picked it up, turned it over, put it in there, and you can still see the inside. The center of it is burning hot. I think I may need to get some of the stuff on the backside and bring it over here, or roll it over the top as well. I think we should. It's exactly what I wanted to see right here. I turned over this side, put it on top, and it is burning from the inside out, baby. Woo, this fire is hot, hot, hot. I think it's gonna be just fine for now. We got a little open area around it where nothing's gonna catch. I am burning up. Let's go check on Josh, see how he's doing with that dozer. Holy moly, guys, the pond is gone. That giant hole that he had dug on this side is completely filled in and level with the pad for the foundation. Well, the pad for the foundation is perfectly flat. So it is a little bit higher than the surrounding area for the yard. And he took this topsoil, this beautiful, beautiful topsoil, and first he filled in the hole with other fill dirt, and then he took all the topsoil and he just made a beautiful, beautiful yard. Now he's over there working on the carport. Let's see how he's doing over there. I'm standing right now in the middle of the flat house area, and guys, it looks great. The backyard is amazing. The septic's gonna be behind you to the south. And right now he's building up where that carport's gonna go. You can see this goes down a little bit from the house. He's building up where the carport is. The shed to house, powerhouse will be back there. But once he gets that as level as he wants to for the carport, he's gonna smooth out this area here. The driveway is gonna come up from the opening, from the S-curve, come around in front of the house, and go right up in between the house and that carport all the way up to the shed. And of course, gotta leave it crowned and then have enough to put, 4 to 6 inches of gravel on top of that as well. Oh yeah. Guys, it is super muddy, gumbo-y down here on this lower west side. We are lucky that top there drains as well as it does, and it's as dry as it is, so he can get the dozer out there. But I'm sinking 6-8 inches in this mud out here. Let it dry down here. I think a storm is coming this afternoon, guys. They say about 1 to 2 o'clock we may get a storm. I'm probably gonna send Josh home if it lasts very long or if it gets this too wet. We'll just have to see how that goes. The last few days we've been out here, they said rain every day and it just sprinkled on us. We kept working. So it is about lunchtime. So I expect Josh to be taking lunch here in a second. I think I'll take lunch too, and then I'm gonna come back and tackle that pine tree over there if the weather allows it. And of course, keep checking on our fire as well. I should say our fire. Yeah, gotta have that fire going. Man, this is muddy. Oh, muddy. Ah! Something got a hold of a blue jay out here. I wonder if Josh already had lunch. Yeah, blue jay for lunch. Not sure how blue jay tastes for lunch. I think I'm gonna have a bologna sandwich instead. Fire is really going down. Time to turn it over from both sides, get it stoked back up. Do it. Getting ash all over me. Woo. Hot, hot. Hot, hot. Hot stuff, hot stuff. Hot stuff in the hot tub. Well, ain't no hot tub, but it's hot. Oh, I see the fire at the base of that. Woohoo! Turn that over. Oh, I need to push it right here. Push it real good. Woo! 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 Don't burn my hoses. Oh yeah. Push it. Push it. Push it. Man, I see the fire right through the center there. I'll do one, a little bit more right here. Push it over. Went off to the right. Oh, I see fire. There we go. Open it up. Give it some air, baby. Give it some air. Ooh, it's getting hot on me. All right. I think that's enough. Woo-hoo. It's burning. Well, you can see this pile was all the way out to here. And now I pushed it over to there. So we've gone 3 or 4 feet in, 6 or 8 feet in here. And I've got a lot of sticks and stuff here that I'll pick up and push on it after this burns down just a little bit more. But this fire is going great. Well, lunch came and went, and the storm is a brewing. Guys, the wind is going crazy. Look at this. Woo! The wind is terrible. We go check the fire, see how the fire is doing. Now, I don't want it to spread, but it's supposed to start storming and raining here any second. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that wind is really blowing the fire up, but luckily it has gone down so much. Check this out, guys. Look what's left. There is hardly anything left of this fire. It is just a big pile of embers. I probably need to move the truck, but I'm just gonna let it burn down. I'll use what's left of here when I start getting these piles all gone. You can see that pile's gone, that pile's gone, that pile's gone. That's all just dirt now. Look at the trees blowing. This storm, oh, look at that cloud. That looks ominous. And the rain's hitting me pretty good now. But we have all these piles right here. Let me move the tractor out of the way real quick. Got all blue moved over to there, and not too soon. Look how much water is coming down, guys. It is raining cats and dogs out here. I'm gonna go check on Josh. I bet he's gonna call it for the day. Let's see what time it is. It is 1:50 in the afternoon. We took a late lunch to get as much work done as we could. Look at that. All right, let's go up top. Crazy man still working in the rain. I am drenched. Look at this. I am just drenched. And I think he's gonna be calling it a day too. I'll come back first thing in the morning or this afternoon if this clears up, and start working on that big pine tree over there. So I think we're calling this a day. Now that's a lot of rain. We are back. The rain is gone. That torrential downpour soaked me on the way back. Josh was still in the dozer. He had to run to his truck, and it became a gully washer, that's for sure. Guys, it's been a day or two since that rain because it was too wet for them to come back. The fire is still smoking. Isn't that crazy? The fire is still smoking even after all that rain. Well, Josh is back up on top of the ridge in the dozer and the roller, and I've got work to do up there. Let's go do it. Sun is starting to pop over the trees. It is finally drying up here on top of the ridge. That rain was a tough one. Josh is out here working now on where the powerhouse is going to be and the driveway. Let's go over here and show you what he's done to make this driveway happen. Right in front of the Barndominium here, it does slope down considerably to the big tree mountain. He's got to put in a lot of dirt right here. And we may end up having to have a culvert right here at this corner because of the water rushing down to wash the gravel away. But to get the driveway level, he's got to have dirt. And just like he did over on the house, this is what he did. Needs all kinds of dirt right there in front. So what he did is he built me another pond. Another pond. No, it's not a pond, but you can see the huge depression right here. He'll end up filling this back in, but it digs down and gets all that hard fill dirt, and that fill dirt really helps build this driveway up. We can see right here, this is all the topsoil he saved. All around the edge over there, and right here, and in front of the tree mountain, he has saved my topsoil. And every chance he gets, once he gets an area level and clear, he brings this topsoil back, and that gives me grass. Again, deer tracks everywhere here on the ridge. That's what I'm talking about. So what I'm gonna work on today while Josh is working on the driveway is this big pine tree. I'm gonna limb it all up, get all the limbs separated, and then start bucking the main trunk of it. And then we'll get old Blue and take the limbs, put them on Tree Mountain over there, and then of course firewood for the fire pit. Now I got an 18-inch chainsaw, and that's a pretty big tree. Pretty big tree, way bigger than my boot. We'll make through it though. We'll definitely make through it. Of course, more deer tracks. More deer tracks. Just look at the different colors of soil. There's the bottom stuff, the fill stuff, and then there is the top soil for grass to grow. Look at the difference in color. Pretty amazing. Josh is quickly making the driveway take shape. You can see how it curves from in front of the house. Nice and smooth, got a little slope on the other side. And then he took off that big ridge. We had a big ridge right there coming up out of the S-curve. He smoothed that out too. Whew, this is looking great. All right, got old Blue up here, and I'm gonna use the grabber claw there to pull out all these limbs I just cut. And I went ahead and topped it, cut the top off. And once I get all that out of the way, I'll just set it off to the side right now, someplace that be out of Josh's way. Then I'm gonna try to get in here and see if I can get this bucked up, man. Cutting this up with this little, look at the difference here. Ugh. I can do it. I can do it. Got a nice little pile right here made. And let's see how much access we got over to this tree now. Again, we took the top of it off. And I'm gonna just cut it up into big chunks and take it out. I'm not gonna actually make it into firewood right now. It'd be too much to have to worry about. So I'm just gonna cut it into chunks that the old Blue can handle. And that should get it out of here for old Josh. Not a lumberjack, you can obviously tell. So what I've done is I did pre-cuts all the way down about every 10 feet or so, and I got my blade or my bar stuck in that first one. Didn't calculate how the bend would grab it, so I had to use the tractor to get it out. I'm going to use the tractor, the same thing. I'm going to support the center, That way I can lift up a little bit, cut the ends of each of these, hopefully not bend my bar. That one was tough. Woo! I gotta say, that was the biggest tree I've ever cut. Look how big this thing is. I mean, if we can count the rings, I can't even see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 22, 23, probably 24, 25-year-old tree. And pine trees only live about 25 years, right? So, pretty good sized pine tree. Right here's where the stump used to be. I got it rolled off into the woods there. You can see we got all the big giant chunks put back over in the woods there, and then all the toppings and limbs back off in the woods, because I need Josh to get all this cleared out. I can come back later in the woods and get that and, you know, do all that kind of stuff. That's not a big deal. Big deal is getting the land work done, which is why Josh is here with the dozer. So now we can get this cleared out. See how much higher, I don't know if you can tell, how much higher that is right there. And look over here. See right here, we still have a nice depression or valley, and the septic field's over there, septic tank's over there. Now you can see how that's real low right there. So Josh is gonna take this dirt, smooth all this out, all the way to where this tree was right here. This tree was in the way. So now that's out of the way, get all this smoothed out, I'll come back later, take care of that. Driveway is really taking shape. See the little curve right there. We are gonna have to have a culvert, and he's doing a little bitty ditch just to the right side of it. We're not doing a big swale or anything, but he's pushing this dirt all the way down here. And again, we're gonna level everything out. And if you recall, guys, remember the old big mud hole on the S-curve? This thing stayed water in it all the time. I never understood why. It was always a big hole and a depression. It's right there. It is going away forever and ever. Here it comes. He's pushing this dirt. I'm gonna fill all this in right here, smooth all that out. No more big mud hole on the ridge. It gone. Driveway is really taking shape. You can see he's putting a little edge to it. And this area right here, I don't know if you can tell, see how wet that is right there? That right there used to be that big giant mud hole I always had here on the S-curve on the top of the ridge. That thing stayed full of water forever and ever, amen. And used to drive up S-curve, and that was that giant mud hole, the tree stand right there that had the little hanger in it, and then coming back along that way to the old ridge property. You can see it's full of dirt, yay! Hopefully that mud hole is gone forever and ever. He's gonna finish up that driveway right there, and then of course smooth all this out. And we got a lot of work still to do on the driveway down there. All right, Josh is getting over there by where I had the tree. You can see he also has leveled out back behind the house very, very well right here. And there's the house. There's the solar carport. There's the driveway. The shed powerhouse is gonna be right there. He still has to do a little bit of work right there. But you can see he's smoothing all this out. Gonna get over there to where that big pine tree was I just moved. And goodness gracious, guys, I am so excited. I need to drive you down the driveway. It actually is starting to look like a driveway. I did find out some information I was kind of taken aback by. We got to bring out another piece of equipment, okay? Not just the dozer, not just the roller. Gonna bring out some more equipment. It's probably gonna be here tonight. You'll see it on the next video. Another piece of equipment, but let's go show you the driveway. There's the backyard. There's the Barndominium. There's the carport solar array. We'll drive right down the center here. He's been pushing a lot of dirt down that hole over there. Now, because there's a slope right here from the front of the house down, we're gonna have to have a culvert right through there. There's gonna be a culvert right through there to drain down the ridge. Again, that is real far down there. Let me pull off in here so you can see. I'm going way downhill, way downhill. This is all good topsoil right here, guys. Great topsoil. Oh, I might get stuck right here. It's so wet, but you can see, all right, here's a good view. You can see how he's built up the driveway. That's how he's built it up. Let's get up here on top of it. Now we're on the driveway. It curves to the west. Got it built up right here, and it's not such a terrible slope going downhill right here anymore, is it? Got natural drainage on the right side. The left side we got to fix. Because right when you get around this curve here, all of it's going to want to start washing across the road. Of course, here's my Sanford and Son stuff. I still got to get out of here. But right here, it's all going to want to wash across. And I don't think I'm going to need a culvert here. I think we've got something else planned. But you see, he's built it up. We still haven't really done anything down here, but I'm going to show you how this is going to go. Since we took all these trees out, I'm going to drive straight this way. See my tracks right there. I'm going to kind of skirt along this edge, right? It's going to curve around this way. And then the barn is going to be, all right, the barn's going to be right there. This road's going to curve and connect straight over it. I can't really because this pile's still here. The dozer's got to move this pile. And I want this road straight, my driveway straight that way to the S-curve. So that's got to be moved out of the way too. So let's go around so you can see what I'm talking about. So here's the S-curve. We'll fill all this in with gravel. Turn around. There's the Grandma Carol's S-curve. And basically, you're coming in the entrance to the Ridge property to your left, and you'll be able to go straight over that way. Cut across there. That'll give me a ability to do a straight fence that way and a fence that way. Have this back pasture be a little more usable. Otherwise, I had this little triangle thing here. Wouldn't be useful for anything. So I think that's pretty awesome. What do you think? Let me know in the comments down below. Dun 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 dun! The Ridge! You are on the Ridge, the capital T, capital R, Ridge! We can see all this is getting smoothed out over here. Driveway right there, it's easy to see. Level house pad, level carport pad. And Josh is smoothing this out. The septic field's over there, septic right here. And he's gonna fill all that where that big pine tree was I took care of. So he can clear all that out now. So I am super, super excited. You can see all these white flags right here for the septic. Septic tank will be up there about about where the dozer is now. So it's got a good fall down to the septic lines. But Josh is bringing all this over. This right here, again, was where that big hole, sinkhole was here on the ridge. It's always full of water in the S-curve by where the tree stand was. And gone forever. Gone forever is the old sinkhole with perpetual water in it. I put concrete, I put rocks and gravel and dirt and trees, and it just kept sinking, sinking, sinking. Hopefully it doesn't do no more since it got all this in there. I'm curious to find out. I'll let you know. Stick around, find out. Won't you please subscribe, share, like, hit that notification bell. Yes, please. All righty, we have got so much work done up here on the ridge. We are about 80 to 90% done with all the land work up on top of the ridge. Just got to go around the edges a little bit, do a little smoothing. Still got to put the culvert in at the curve in front of the on the driveway in front of the house. Just again a little bit. Then of course the driveway. We got that piece of equipment coming, and we are looking, and the entry gate at the ridge may not be big enough. We got a tape measure out, and it is 16.5 feet between the posts at the entrance to the ridge. It may not be big enough. We may have to pull up the gate at the entry of the ridge for that new piece of equipment. What's it gonna be? Anybody have any idea? Put a comment down below what you think that new piece of equipment is that won't fit in the entry gate. Also got all the piles leveled out around the where the barn's gonna be down at the entrance, and I told him, you know, the path for the driveway, so that's done. And of course I got that big tree out of the way, and that allowed him to smooth down over there. Whew. It's hot, guys, it's hot. All right, we're gonna be back, and a lot more to see and do here on the ridge, and hopefully you're enjoying these videos. If you are, make sure you subscribe to RidgeLife, hit that notification bell, make sure it's solid to be notified of all videos coming out on RidgeLife. Don't forget RidgeLife Ramblings, where we talk about it, spill the beans. I may even tell you what that piece of equipment is on that channel before you see the next video. Of course, we have RidgeLife's reviews and how-tos. We got got new chicken water. We got some new Wi-Fi smoke alarm CO detectors. I got a hot tub coming on the ridge. So hopefully you'll be watching those videos as well. RidgeLife Lessons, Lessons from the Ridge, my faith-based channel on Sundays. Go check that out as well if you are so inclined. So guys, until next time, hope everyone has a blessed day, and go RidgeLife.